Hold up. What just happened? Charleston White, the most unpredictable man on the internet, just called the police on Tia Kemp. Yes, you heard that right. In a move nitrogen monoxide one saw coming, a late-night confrontation between the two went so far off the rails that the cops had to get involved. But here's the thing. This wasn't just some heated argument. What Charleston said to 911 has people stunned. Tia Kemp didn't back down either. Oh no, what she did after the call had the internet screaming. Fans are torn. Was Charleston setting her up? Was Tia pushing him too far? Or was this all just part of a bigger game? And y'all, wait till you hear what got leaked from the dispatcher's call log. This isn't just celebrity drama. This is turning into something legal, something dangerous. And it might be the final straw for Charleston White's already controversial reputation. Stay right there, because in the next few seconds, we're diving into their chaotic history, past feuds, and how this all led to flashing blue lights outside a Miami studio. It's not just messy, it's downright explosive. To understand how things got this heated, we've got to rewind the clock, because Charleston White and Tia Kemp's beef didn't start last night. Oh no. This feud has been bubbling under the surface for months, if not years. Charleston White, known for his loud, unapologetic rants, savage takedowns, and zero-filter approach, has made enemies left and right in the hip-hop world. Boosie to Soulja Boy to T, Charleston has dragged half the industry. And somehow, he's still out here talking. But when it comes to Tia Kemp, the baby mama of Rick Ross and a woman who's been in her fair share of public feuds, Charleston, we have met his match. Let's take it back to where it all began, around 6 months ago. Charleston went live on IG doing what he does best, running his mouth. But this time, he name-dropped Tia Kemp. He said she was just another bitter baby mama living off drama checks. And of course, that didn't sit right with Tia. Tia clapped back hard, within hours. She was live too, exposing private demise, pulling up old interviews, and even accusing Charleston of being an undercover clout chaser who feeds off black women's pain. Her exact words, "You bark loud like a dog, but I've seen puppies with more bite than you." Whew. From that day forward, it was war. Both started throwing subliminal jabs online. Fans took sides. Comment sections lit up. Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and On-Site were all over it. But it stayed mostly digital until last weekend. That's when things got personal. According to insiders, and this is coming from multiple alleged sources in both camps, Charleston showed up uninvited at a charity event Tia was hosting in Miami. It was a community fundraiser with cameras. Kids, families in Charleston just walked in with his phone, recording like it was a war zone. Ti's reaction? Immediate, explosive, loud. Witnesses said she got on the mic, pointed directly at Charleston, and yelled, "I don't know who let this clown in here, but somebody better get him before I do." Security stepped in. The event nearly shut down. But somehow, Charleston left without incident, or so we thought. 3 nights later, Charleston went live again, but this time from a dark parking lot. You could see flashing lights in the background. He was yelling into the camera, saying, "I ain't no rapper. I ain't no street dude. I called the police. I pressed charges. I got Tia Kemp on record, threatening me, harassing me, stalking me. This is documented." People thought he was bluffing, but the next morning, the 911 call hit the blogs. Yes, the actual audio in the clip. Charleston can be heard saying, "I'm being targeted by a dangerous woman. She's unstable. Fear for my life. Her name is Tia Kemp. Yes, Rick Ross' baby mama." The moment it dropped, the internet exploded. Half of the fans were like, "He's playing victim." The other half were like, "He has every right to protect himself." But what no one knew at the time was that Tia had her own video footage. Yup, and guess what? She was saving it for the right moment. In a now deleted Instagram story, Tia wrote, "He called the cops. Bet. Let's drop some truth then. It's time to expose this internet actor." And that's where things took a sharp turn, because the very next day, Tia released 30 seconds of behind-the-scenes footage from the charity event. Charleston is seen, standing in the corner, mumbling under his breath, filming everything, zooming in on people's faces, and when a woman politely asks him to stop recording, he says, "I'll get all y'all locked up, try me." And then he laughs, cold, like it's a game. That footage spread like wildfire. Twitter X was on fire. Threads like, "Charleston really called the cops after instigating." Tia Kemp held her ground like a boss. This is giving snitch energy, but wait, doesn't stop there, because a new character enters the mix. Rick Ross himself, unconfirmed reports. And we're talking real whispers here. Say that Rose texted Tia the moment Charleston went live. And allegedly, he told her, "Handle it smart, don't let him win." He wants attention, not justice. So now we've got Tia Kemp, Charleston White. Viral video clips, police reports, and Rick Ross lurking in the background, pulling strings. Oh baby, this ain't drama. Hey, this is a digital war. And in the next part, all goes nuclear. Because we just got access to exclusive. Leaked DMS Charleston allegedly sent to his team before calling 911. And let's just say, he may have planned this entire thing. All right, y'all. Now it's time to flip the lid completely off this story, because we've just obtained what appear to be leaked DMIs from Charleston White's private team chat, and what's inside these messages will leave you speechless. This isn't just a man reacting in the heat of the moment. This was premeditated, planned, calculated. Here's what we know so far. A source who claims to be a former assistant to Charleston came forward with screenshots that showed Charleston messaging his team 3 days before the charity event. In these messages, Charleston allegedly says, "Watch how I make this chick go viral. I'ma pull up, let her explode, get it on camera, then call the law. I'm too smart for these hood folks." Yes, he really said, pull up, explode, and call the law all in one sentence. This man planned to bait Tia Kemp into a trap. And the craziest part? He told multiple people about it, bragging that he was going to smash her image without laying a finger. Now, let's break down exactly what happened when Charleston showed up to that charity event. He didn't walk in calm. He walked in. Recording, he didn't just stand in the back. He started provoking people, whispering insults, filming children, zooming in on faces. One woman who asked to remain anonymous told a gossip blog. He was whispering nasty stuff like, "You broke. You broke? Watch me own your baby mama." It was creepy and weird. He wanted a reaction. Hey, did he get one? Tia Kemp, who had already been warned Charleston might show up, confronted him near the exit door. A witness caught it all on video, and it's since racked up over 2.3 million views on TikTok. In the clip, Tia screams, "Get the hell out of here with that weak energy. This is a community space. Ain't nobody scared of your fake activist, ****. Charleston smirks. He says nothing. She keeps recording. Then he mutters something under his breath, and it's been enhanced by audio engineers on YouTube. He says, "I got what I needed. Time to press record on 911. He leaves, gets in his car, and within 10 minutes, the police are called. He goes live on Instagram at the same time. This was a setup, a social trap. And Charleston knew exactly how to play it. But here's where the plot thickens. The police report filed by Charleston White accuses Tia Kemp of making terroristic threats, intimidation, and even endangering a community event. He claimed she lunged at him and threatened to have him harmed. Except, the video shows none of that. In fact, Tia doesn't even get closer than 4 feet. Her hands are visible. Her tone is angry, sure, but there's no threat, no physical aggression, no crime. And guess what else? The officer who responded, a Miami PD sergeant, reportedly told Charleston on camera, according to leaked body cam footage, "Sir, from what I see here, you were filming people without consent." And you came to a private event uninvited. This doesn't really support your claims. Boom. But that didn't stop Charleston from turning the entire situation into a public spectacle. Within hours, he posted his own edited version of the video, where he added dramatic music, slowed down Tia's reaction, and made it look like he was being attacked. Fans caught the manipulation quick. In the comments, that ain't how it happened. Where's the full video? Why does he keep targeting women? Bro's editing his own fake victim clips now. And now let's talk about Tia's revenge, because after being publicly dragged, accused of criminal threats, and edited into looking like a villain, Tia Kemp fired back with a live session that had the internet in shambles. She sat down in her living room, no makeup, no flashy background, just raw energy. And in her first 30 seconds, she looked directly into the camera and said, "I'm tired of men like this weaponizing the police against black women. He came to my event, harassed my people, and when I told him to leave, he called the cops on me." She then dropped unedited video from the entire confrontation, every angle, from 4 different attendees. It clearly showed Charleston White being the instigator. In one clip, he's seen laughing while kids in the background look confused. In another, he's pointing his camera at a woman trying to shield her child. People were furious. One user posted, "This man came to a kid's fundraiser to start drama and then tried to ruin a black woman's image. Nope, we're canceling him today." But just when it looked like the tide was turning, Charleston went full petty mode. He posted a screenshot of an alleged text message between Tia and an unnamed rapper that read, "Don't worry, I'll get this fool handled if he keeps talking." Now, whether that text is real or not, we don't know. Tia claims it's a fabrication. She even offered to unlock her phone and show it to TMZ. But Charleston went further. He tagged the FBI's official Twitter account. He tweeted at FBI, "Y'all need to take a look at this threat. I'm cooperating fully, filing federal charges on Tia Kemp and whoever she got texting me like that." At this point, the story went from petty beef to legal nightmare. Lawyers are involved now. Tia's rep confirmed they've hired a civil rights attorney to combat character assassination and possible defamation. Charleston, on the other hand, says he has a legal team ready to file harassment claims. And in the midst of all of it, Rick Ross stayed silent until a close friend of Rosie's posted a cryptic Instagram story saying, "When your past comes back to haunt you, be careful how you treat people. Some snakes pretend to be cops." Was that aimed at Charleston? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's clear, this feud is spinning out of control, and just when you think it can't go any further, we uncover a second voice on the 911 call. Yup, there was someone else with Charleston in the car during the call, and their identity, it's gonna flip everything upside down, y'all. You are not ready for this one. Because while everyone was focused on Charleston White's 911 call, shouting about being threatened and fearing for his life, there was another voice in the car, a second person, and that voice, it belongs to none other than Tony the Closer. Yes, Tony, the same ex-NFL player turned internet entrepreneur. The same one who's been calling out rappers, influencers, and fake activists for months now. Turns out he and Charleston White had linked up behind the scenes, and no one knew. How did fans figure it out? Simple. They enhanced the background audio of the leaked 911 call Charleston posted online, and at the 042 mark, you hear a distinct voice say, "Yeah, that's her. That's the chick you told me about." And guess what? A die-hard fan matched the voice to a podcast episode Tony did just weeks earlier. The cadence, the tone, it's unmistakable. And when the clip started making rounds, Tony tried to deny it, but fans weren't buying it. Why was Tony with Charleston that night? And why was he quiet until now? Well, a leaked group chat between Charleston, Tony, and an unknown third party might explain that, according to receipts posted by a gossip page called @whosmessier. Charleston and Tony were plotting to create a viral PR stunt that would shut down a loudmouth female influencer and make the feds watch her closely. Y'all, this wasn't just a beef. This was a full-on setup. The chat includes messages like, "Make her look unstable. We record it, call the cops, and then go viral off the spin. Don't lay hands, just provoke her. She'll flip. We'll say we feared for our lives. That'll trigger the blogs. It's giving coordinated defamation. And Tia done playing. In her latest IG live with over 8K people watching live, Tia broke down crying, not from fear, from rage. She said, "I'm a mother, been raising my kids, minding my business, building my brand, and these grown men got together to try and ruin me on purpose, for likes, for views. Nah, this ain't just beef anymore. This is war." The public immediately started calling it what it was: digital abuse. Twitter exploded, so two men schemed on a woman just to get viral clout. Tia Kemp deserves to sue the pants off both of them. Charleston White and Tony, the closer, better lawyer up fast. And while Charleston was still riding the wave of controversy, hopping on podcasts, spinning his side, saying he feared for his safety, Tony ghosted the internet. But that silence didn't last long, because just 2 days later, a federal leak confirmed that Charleston White's 911 call was flagged for possible misuse of emergency services. Yep, the same call he made for clout is now under official review. A local Miami news outlet reported that authorities are investigating whether Charleston and his associate, now assumed to be Tony, made a frivolous or fraudulent police report, which in Florida is a criminal offense. But it gets messier, because apparently when officers responded to Charleston's call that night, they took his phone to review the footage he claimed to have of Tia threatening him. And guess what? There's a 45-second clip of Charleston laughing and saying, "This gonna go crazy online, watch this." He says it before even calling 911. That clip is now in police hands, and insiders say prosecutors are seriously considering charges. Meanwhile, Tia Kemp's legal team has already filed a cease and desist against both Charleston and Tony, and they're preparing a multi-million-dollar defamation lawsuit. Her lawyer released a statement that read, "This was a deliberate and malicious attempt to discredit and defame Ms. Kemp, manipulate law enforcement, and weaponize the internet. We are pursuing every legal avenue." Let's talk fallout. Rick Ross, who'd been quiet for weeks, finally broke silence during an Instagram live, sipping Belaire and smirking. He said, "You can't play with real ones. You try to tear down the mother of my child. No, you've got the law watching you. That's karma. It's justice." The chat went wild. Fans flooded the comments with, "Ross just took the gloves off. Free Tia Lock. Charleston, Tony the closer, really fumbled his whole brand trying to go viral." Now, here's the final twist of this chapter. Someone from Charleston White's inner circle just flipped. A man named Darius, a supposed former videographer for Charleston, went on record anonymously with voice distortion on a YouTube podcast and said, "They've done this before. This ain't new. Charleston pulls these stunts. He plans M. He has scripts. He writes out lines, tells people where to stand, what to say. He treats real-life drama like it's a YouTube skit." And that's not all. He ended the podcast with this quote, "You think Tia was the only one? Wait till y'all hear about the 3 other women he tried to set up too. I got proof." And just like that, the Charleston White and Tia Kemp saga has gone from petty beef to potential class action lawsuits, criminal investigations, and federal scrutiny. But there's still one question left that no one has answered. Why did Charleston target Tia specifically? Why her? What really set him off? Well, according to new alleged documents coming out in a few days, Tia might have been sitting on something Charleston never wanted exposed. Insiders say she has paperwork on his past. And when that drops, the internet is on fire. What started as Charleston White calling 911 on Tia Kemp has now snowballed into an all-out digital battlefield. Social media is going crazy. Celebrities are picking sides, and new receipts are coming out by the hour. Let's dive into the chaos. First, let's start with Twitter X, because that's where the flames truly ignited. One viral thread with over 8 million views reads, "Charleston White just got caught setting up a black woman for clout. The cops are watching him now." His own team leaked the texts. And now we find out Tia Kemp might have his sealed records. This is turning into a docuseries fast. People are dragging Charleston's name through the mud. Hundreds of posts like this. "Dude is a danger to women and the community. First Boosie, then Soulja Boy, now Tia." It's a pattern. "You called the police on Tia Kemp, the mother of Rick Ross's child. Bro, you done?" Hashtag Charleston White exposed started trending in the US, and by midnight, it hit global trends. But it didn't stop at the fans. Celebrities jumped in. Let's run through some of the biggest reactions. K. Michelle tweeted, "We've been warning y'all about Charleston. Some of y'all laughed. Now look, this man tried to ruin a whole woman's life with a staged 911 call. That's sick." JT from City Girls posted a savage IG story. He calls the cops, edits fake videos, and plays victim. It's the weakest behavior I've ever seen from a grown man. Sauce Waka chimed in during a Twitch live stream. "Bro out here mocking police reports like it's part of the rollout. That ain't gangsta, that's goofy." Tokyo Vanity took it further. "That man is a narcissist. He targets black women, stirs up fake beef, then cries wolf. Y'all better wake up. He needs to be canceled for real." And then came the plot twist nobody saw coming. A clip from an old Charleston White interview resurfaced, where he said, word for word, "Tia Kemp. She dangerous. She knows stuff about me that I don't ever want public. But she's smart, too smart. Gotta stay 10 steps ahead of a woman like that. That interview was from 22 to dot. So wait, he's been paranoid about Tia Kemp. He's been planning something. Buckle up, because Tia just hit back with a vengeance during a new live stream titled "The Truth They Don't Want Out," which pulled in over 95,000 live viewers. She dropped a bombshell document, a piece of a sealed case file, allegedly showing Charleston White's name linked to a federal informant program dating back to 2007. Now, let's be clear. We can't confirm its authenticity. But Tia looked directly at the camera and said, "This the man who called the police on me. This the one who said I'm dangerous." Well, how long you been working with the feds, Charleston? Let's talk. And the reactions. Scorching. Twitter lit up. "Tia Kemp just dropped the nuclear bomb. Oh my God. This ain't a beef anymore. This is Exhibit A in a court case. I've never seen someone reverse a setup this hard. Sis turned into the Fed slayer. Even bloggers couldn't stay silent." Jason Lee Hollywood Unlocked said, "This might be the moment Charleston White's online career ends. He played with the wrong one." Funky Deneva posted a reaction video titled "Charleston White, the Clout Chaser, who crashed himself," that hit 500K views in 6 hours. Tasha K? Yes. Tasha K teased a sit-down interview with Tia Kemp. In her caption, she wrote, "It's time to expose everything." And guess what? She brought the receipts. Meanwhile, Charleston tried to hold the narrative. He posted a defiant video. "All this stuff y'all pulling, that's fake. She lying? That document ain't real. I'm protected. I'm too smart to be caught." But the comment section wasn't buying it. You were too smart. Then why your own team leaked your DMs? Calling the cops was your big plan, huh? Time to deactivate, brother. You're done. And as the drama continued to spiral, YouTube was flooded with reaction videos. Titles like "Tia Kemp drags Charleston White to hell and back exposed. Charleston's secret past revealed by Tia Kemp." This might be the end of Charleston White's online career. Even non-gossip channels started covering it. Hip-hop commentators, social activists, and YouTubers across the board. And here's the final kicker of this chapter. Charleston single quotes is Instagram was suddenly deactivated. No warning. No message. Gone Typel started speculating, did IG ban him for harassment? Is he hiding from the feds? Or is this just the calm before another storm? Because one rumor is now gaining steam. Tia Kemp's team is preparing to drop a full censure-minute documentary-style expose with all the footage, screenshots, leaked chats, and legal breakdowns. And they're shopping it to Netflix, Zeus Network, and TUBI. If that drops. It's a WRAP for Charleston. But wait till you hear what happens next. Because there's one final twist. It's one last revelation that's going to shake this drama to its core. Just when we thought this circus couldn't get any messier, Charleston White's darkest secret crawled out of the shadows. And this time, it didn't come from Tia. It didn't come from Rick Ross. It came from inside his own camp. Yes. Johnny Betrayal just entered the chat. Late last night, a mysterious burner account posted a full thread of court records, internal emails, and a voice note allegedly featuring Charleston White himself admitting to his role in a decades-old scandal. Let's break this down step by step, because it's wild. The thread begins with an email exchange dated 2011 between Levittown, Texas Police Department. In the email, Charleston offers confidential assistance on local gang activity in exchange for record, clearance, and relocation funds. Okay? So maybe he was a confidential informant back then. That's what folks suspected earlier. But here's where it turns blackout crazy. Attached to the email was an audio clip. In it, it's a voice sounding identical to Charleston. Says, "You think I care if I ruin someone's name? I've been working with the law since 2003. These rappers think they untouchable. I feed 'em to the system one by one, especially them loudmouthed females." And then he laughs. It's the same cold signature Charleston White laugh we've heard in all his lives. Yanni, the man, just confessed not only to being an informant, but to targeting black women as part of some twisted vendetta. Twitter exploded. Fans started connecting dots from his past, all the viral feuds, the sudden disappearances of stories, the legal threats that always mysteriously vanished. Suddenly, it all made sense. Meanwhile, Charleston White's ex-manager, known publicly only as Marvin L., came forward in a now viral Facebook post. Here's what he said. "I left Charleston's team after I found out what he was really doing. None of it was random. Every feud, every drama, every cop call, it was all manufactured for clicks. But this thing with Tia, he crossed a line. I told him, you're gonna mess with the wrong woman. Now look, screenshots, timestamps, documents, all of it was shared. It was undeniable. The setup, the manipulation, the behind-the-scenes bragging about playing the internet." Tia Kemp, seeing all this unfold in real time, posted a final warning. On IG, y'all thought I was just a baby mama? Nah, I'm a survivor. I got lawyers, I got footage. And I ain't done yet. Then she posted a countdown timer to Thursday, 7 p.m. EST. Caption, let's finish what he started. Now, let's pause right here. Because while Tia is preparing to expose him fully, Charleston is spiraling. Sources say he's been dropped by 3 sponsors. His YouTube monetization is under review, and he's allegedly received a formal cease and desist from the city of Tuskegee. Desist from the city of Tuskegee. And we all know I've been exploring that path. Charleston is spiraling. No, I've sisted spiraling. Sources say he's been .con. We have seen my cascade out with 3 Cyractic cascades. As 6 th FHA CAD. FAT to 6 Kai I Conwy to save Conwy I have I talk of CY 6 Kai CF 6 AT Kaya ISO IC to come like a side to do we see that you can we you to Kai to you to see like a see to suka you kai to the Q you I like Clyde to cop to Q I take away you cat that's I take to I can't agree like kiss that to need to guy do you think I Miami, stating he's not allowed to attend any community events pending investigation. And there's one more turn. A close family member of Charleston White, anonymously through a private blogger, says Charleston suffers from untreated paranoia disorder and believes everyone is part of a plot. Against him, the blogger said, he doesn't think he's the villain. He thinks he's the hero. He thinks ruining people is justice. And now that it's backfiring, he's crumbling. But before y'all think this is the end, it AIN single quotes to Dodd because in the final seconds of her IG live, Tia Kemp smirked, looked into the camera and said, there's one thing I haven't released yet. One receipt that will shut everything down. I'm saving it. For the court, cue the suspense music, roll the thunder. And just like that, this drama leaves us with more questions than answers. What is the final piece of evidence Tia's holding back? Will Charleston face criminal charges for falsifying a police report? What will Rick Ross do if his name gets dragged into court? 'Cause this is far from over. Woo! If you made it this far, you already know this isn't just drama, this is a full-blown digital earthquake. And guess what? The aftershocks are just beginning. Charleston White thought he could play puppet master. He thought calling the police on Tia Kemp would silence her, break her, humiliate her. But instead, he unleashed a storm he can't control. The exposes, the leaked DMs, the resurfaced informant files, the celebrity backlash, and now a mysterious final receipt that Tia hasn't even dropped yet. Y'all, this is getting deeper than anyone imagined. So now we want to hear from you because this story is exploding across the culture and everybody's taking sides. Was Charleston White always playing a long game? Do you think Tia Kemp will actually take him to court? Is Rick Ross going to step into this publicly? Or is he playing chess in the background? Should Charleston be banned from platforms for manipulating the system? Or is he just playing the internet better than anyone else? Drop your thoughts in the comments, no holding back. And if you're new here, like this video, subscribe. And turn on notifications because the next part of this saga is coming faster than you think, and you do not want to miss what Tia drops this Thursday at 7 p.m. Oh, and trust us, this isn't just going to end with Charleston. More names are about to fall, so stay tuned. Because the next time we check in, somebody else might be calling 911, but this time, it might be real,